I I've been burning stuff in my front yard, boxes, cardboard boxes from Amazon deliveries, weighing up the cannabis that Andrea trimmed. She's coming over to get paid tonight. And she made $1,000 trimming. So for those of you guys that are looking for jobs in the cannabis industry, there's one for you right there. If you have the capacity to sit and trim, which I don't. There are a lot of people out there that grow that are like me that can't sit and trim, and we need people who can do it. So there is a job opportunity out there waiting for some of you guys that want to do that kind of work. Um, there's different ways to do it. You know, you can do it wet, you can do it dry, you can do it with scissors, you can do it by hand, you can use a machine. Um, but the best trimmers, they know cannabis inside and out. Andrea knows it real well, and she understands not only trimming it, but how to prepare it to get it ready to be trimmed. If it's too dry, if it's too wet, she can deal with it. She knows what to do. And you know, these are just little. You don't just grab a bud and start cutting it. You know, you got to understand cannabis too. There's a learning curve, but you'll learn quick. OMMP, what's up, son? I haven't seen you in forever. Hey, Reef. Roni. Looks like Roni. Nate, hello. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. James, hey, Billy, Michael, Kathy, Matthew, Debbie, Zoso. Ooh, Teresa beat Soso by 4 seconds. Zoso, what happened? Thought you were the champ, bro. The champ of getting here first when I go live. I'm doing really good, man. I'm looking at all of this right here. All of these pounds. Isn't that crazy? Ugh. Pounds on pounds on pounds on pounds. Hey, Josh, Carl, Erica, John, Deb. My hands get tired. Right, mine do too. I can't trim for a long period of time. My back, my arm, my hands, my elbow. I just don't have the capacity for it. I suffer from arthritis. Just having to pay people. Just having to pay one person. She did she did a lot. She did a lot of work. And I pay well. I tipped her. Hey, Nick. So the impeachment trial is probably wrapped up, huh? I don't know. I kind of turned that off today. I was, well, like I said, I was doing work around the house. It was on inside the house. Every time I came in, I saw a little bit of it. I really liked what Adam Schiff did. Um, you know, he did a great job of just telling people what Donald Trump is guilty of. Just one person. Damn, hire me. Did I see my name on one of those bags? Teresa, how many hours did it take? Took her a few hours. I don't know how much time she spent. She stayed here while she did it. Let me scoop off a pound. Comments are fast in the chat today. Yo, Pro, what up? Yeah, I don't think I'm selling any of this. I think I'm keeping it all for making rosin with. So far, I haven't even started with the Jack Hare or the Pineapple Express to see how it produces. But I'm really just happy with these two, the orange and the orange bud and the true black. Too strong. Yeah, I've got a rosin press, uh-huh. Yeah, I just do a little at a time, though. I mean, I could do an ounce at a time, but the smaller my amount, the higher my yield, bro. I'm doing like 7 gram presses, and I'm getting like a gram or two on each run, and I'm just really happy with the return. Yeah, she doesn't really use the pain oil too much for pain. She uses it to clean her fingers with, though. She doesn't really get arthritis. She could just sit for hours and hours and do it, you know? She doesn't work for just me. She works for a lot of different people. Okay, so, Rosin Industries. Yeah, good stuff, huh? Um, how many pound press do you have? And I guess it doesn't really matter. You know, what I find the biggest thing is how big your plates are. You need nice big heated plates, man. And when I went from those little 2x3s up to the 5x7s, man, or I don't think it's 5x7. I think it's 3x7 or 3x5. But man, it makes a huge difference. Hey, Ice, what's up, son? Thanks, Tim. I'm about to use it right now, as a matter of fact, because my boy just got here. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't for all. Cheers, everybody. Oh, you got smaller plates, yeah. Man, that's instant. I got those containers from Walmart, the dog containers. They're not airtight at all. But if you put your rice in them, they will keep rats and mice out. That's the most important thing right there. Um, you leave the rice in the bags. They're sealed in bags. And then it'll hold two 25-pound bags in each 50-pound container. It works great, man. Just throw the two bags in there, close it, and put it in the closet, and boom, you got fucking 50 pounds of rice, man. You know, I said I had 200 pounds. It was, what was I say? That was like 3 years of over 2 years of rice servings, man. That's 3 servings of rice every day. And it didn't cost a lot of money, and it's just like having insurance, man. You know, you spend money every month on health insurance, on car insurance, on home insurance, renter's insurance, whatever, right? Or motorcycle insurance, whatever. This is a one-time payment for an insurance that you will be able to eat in the future. Hillary did not endorse Bernie Sanders. Kepper, you are so far detached from what is going on in the world. It's hilarious. You just don't dig deep enough into stuff, bro. You're a headline reader, man. You're a headline reader. You need to realize what we print headlines sometimes to get you to come listen to what we have to say, but the headline isn't always what we're trying to say. You need to realize that. You need to start reading the stories, Kepper, okay? Yo, Enoch, what's up, son? Yo, Hutch, what's up, son? Hutch, Muddy Shoe Trendy, right, buddy? That's you? Fake news, says OMMP. Kepper says, cool. Dig deep. I saw some shit yesterday. What'd you see, Kepper? Yo, is Hutch Muddy Shoe Trendy? I think he is. On Twitter. Hillary Clinton, says Reef. Hillary Clinton. I agree. I've used that one before. You know, her problem was she stayed with a man who repeatedly cheated on her, and I lost all respect for her. I mean, you could pile on as much more shit as you want on top of that, but I think I've got a good enough base for a shit sandwich. You don't even need the fucking condiments, you know? Dabatha says, hey, Azella. Liquid Amber. It's Hillary. Evil Bitch says Liquid. They were trying to say he accepted endorsement from her. It was on CNN. Kepper, I think you're confusing my show with what you're watching on Real News. I'm the one that said that Hillary endorsed Bernie Sanders, and it's a joke. She didn't endorse him. She put him down. But in putting him down, people hate Hillary so much, it comes off as an endorsement because nobody wants to do what Hillary fucking says. Hey, will you please stop standing over him like that? Come here. Come here, Rogan. Rut-row. Rut-row. Come here, buddy. Rogan, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come right here. Come on. Come here. What is that? Good boy. Come here, buddy. Lay down. Good boy. Stop picking on the cat. You're just one big muscle, man. He's like made out of fucking steel. If she was attached... Rogan! Stop it! Hutch. Yeah, you're Muddy Shoe Trendy. Hutch, good. All right, listen. Hutch, you guys, is crazy on Twitch. Listen. As soon as I tweet something on I'm saying Twitch, I mean on Twitter. As soon as I tweet something on Twitter, Hutch is there retweeting me immediately. I'm telling you, Muddy Shoe Trendy, he's all over that shit. And I want all of you guys to be like that. I don't know how he does it, but find out how he does it and be Hutch. Everybody should be Hutch. I mean, as soon as I tweet something, boom, likes it, boom, retweets it, boom, leaves a comment, whatever. He's on it. He's on it. And man, I appreciate that. Listen, the rest of you that are doing that, I appreciate it too. And you know who you are. Robin and Kathy and Steve Running is crazy retweeting me. David Campione, Trendy Mafia, DC, Old School, Mob Boss. What? Psst. Yeah, right? And she just texted me and complained about it too. I just texted her a picture and showed her all the work. She's like, are you sure that's all I did? I'm like, I mean, I can walk around the house and see if there's another bag, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Hey, nice. Yeah, that's it. There's no other bags in here. Yeah, plus I counted it all before and came up with like 6.5 pounds, just kind of roughly, but I was sizing it up. But today I actually weighed it all, and it came out exactly 6.5 pounds. Yeah, it came out perfect. I was like, All right. So for those of you guys that are like Muddy Shoe Trendy that are over there retweeting me on Twitter, this is for you. This bong it. Thank you guys. It's working. People are paying attention to me now. They weren't before because you guys weren't. You guys weren't. My own audience wasn't paying attention to me on Twitter. That says a lot to people. You know, it's like when David Pakman puts something up on Twitter and his audience ignores him. They do. They don't follow him on Twitter that much. Go look at his tweets. You know? It doesn't look good. It's not a good look for him. And he tweets a lot of hate. You know, he tweets a lot of anti-Trump rhetoric bullshit, you know? And I'm not surprised that his audience doesn't back him up so much on that shit. Not surprised at all. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Cannabis isn't his role. Thanks, Nick. You guys go into your smartphones, go into your cell phones, and go into your notifications and find Twitter in there and turn on notifications for Twitter. And you'll get notified as soon as I put something up on Twitter. Now, I don't have it on personally because I'm constantly on Twitter. I always have it up on a screen, or I usually have it up on my cell phone or whatever. So I see the tweets as they come out. But if you don't do that, it's a good idea to turn your notifications on, and you'll get a little beep to tell you that there's a new tweet out from someone you're following. It could be me, it could be somebody else, though. Rogan, stop fucking with the cat, man. No dabs today, Nate? Oh, I got fucking dabs on dabs on dabs on dabs. I got dabs on dabs on dabs on dabs. I got dabs on dabs, dabs on dabs. I got dabs on dabs, dabs on dabs. I got dabs on dabs. I got dabs. I got dabs on dabs, dabs on dabs. I got dabs on dabs, dabs on dabs. I got dabs on dabs, dabs on dabs. I got dabs, dabs, dabs. I got dabs on dabs. I got Rogan. No. What, did he just cut you? Did he just cut your fucking face? Let me see. What did he do to you? Did he bite you? You okay? Did he bite you? What did he do to you? That dog is so fucking cute. Why are you so cute? Come here. Jump up here. Come here. Good boy. Oh, don't bite me. Don't bite me. You be nice to me, buddy. I love you. I know you're a bulldog, but you gotta be nice to your daddy. I know, you gotta be nice to your daddy. Oh, you're such a good boy. He's huge, man. You are a monster, you know that? And you know what's funny? It's because he's so short. When you look at him on the ground, he doesn't look that big. He looks like a little dude. He's just a little dude. You're just a little dude, aren't you, buddy? Oh, you're just a little dude. You're just a little dude down there. Look at you. You're just a little dude when you're down on the ground. Yeah, you're just a little dude. Look at you. You're just a little dude. Look at you. You're so cute and tiny. You're so cute and tiny. You're so cute and tiny. It's like a gift. I'll come home from work and get on Twitter. Bam, there's a tweet, and it goes from there. Hutch, right on, buddy. You're a gift, son. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, guys. When I go on Twitter and I write a tweet, and I'm arguing with somebody or trying to prove a point or something, and one of you guys comes on there like Hutch, and you retweet it and you like it and you leave a comment and you agree with me and you say why it makes more sense, or you say why the other person doesn't make sense. You guys have no idea. It charges me full of fucking energy when you guys do that. It is like, imagine lightning coming down from the sky and coming into my fingers and making me more powerful every time you guys do that. And it makes me feel so good. Lamp, what's up, son? Hit, thanks. Or Kit, thanks. I just really appreciate that you guys do that. You know? I mean, if it's not making sense, let me know. You know, if you don't agree, let me know. Do it in a tweet. You know? I'm out there bashing Tulsi and Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden. And, you know, I'm out there talking to Ron Placone and I'm talking to Steph Zamarata. And they're liking my tweets and they're talking back to me. And you guys are making that all possible. Yeah, the press, it's right there, man. That's what this is from. The press. Don't be depressed. I got the press. Don't be depressed. I got this press right here. Let me tell you something. 2020 is our year. We're doing some dabbies. We're getting very good at doing dabs. We're making sure America is going to be doing dabs. Everybody's going to be doing the dabs with Trendy Nay. And we're also going to be doing bong hits. Excuse me. I do not see the torch. There it is. Let me go grab the torch. It's out here. Outside on this table. I got it on the table out here. Over here. There's a doggy. He's going to try to escape, but I got to keep him in the house. So funny. I got to keep the dog in the house. I have to keep you in the house because you run away. He runs away. He runs away. Let's get a dab ready. I remember back in the day watching you work in your president. We appreciate you. Nice. I don't comment yet because I'm an aggressor. I will push someone to the max, but I went, right. You just change it, bro. Hey, man. Hutch. Just pretend you're talking to one of your kids. Just pretend you're teaching one of your kids something, man. You're not going to be mean. You're not going to be judgmental. You're just going to talk to them like they're a child and be like, okay, this is the truth. Okay, and this is what you said, and what you said is wrong, and this is why. Seriously, try that, bro. It's hard, I know. Like their comments, I'm telling you. Treat them like they're your kids. You know? All of a sudden, you're going to get powerful. All of a sudden, people are going to start listening to you. Like your kids do. You know? Until they're 14, 15. Don't talk to them like they're your 14 or 15-year-old kids. Because they ain't listening to you anyway. Like they're your 9 or 10-year-olds, though. You know, show them respect and be gentle and nice. You know, don't curse them. And don't be sideways. And when somebody attacks you personally or attacks me personally or whatever, point it out and say, oh, I see that you're having to attack him on something other than the subject matter. That shows that you're losing the argument. And, you know, you can use the word, too. Say, you know, that's an ad hominem attack. It's got nothing to do with the subject matter, and it only attacks the person that you're disagreeing with. It doesn't address the issue. Use those words. Say, that doesn't address the issue. Say, calling me names doesn't address the issue. It's 420. God bless America. Prepare yourself, cause we are gonna get high. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. We're gonna get so high, no one's gonna cry. We're just gonna let our minds fly. Why? come over here. You're going to hear me better. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't fit for all. Cheers, everybody.
It starts with an F.
Hello, Trendy! Trendy Nate reporting in live from Northern California. Home of Trendy has albums and all things trendy, where you find me and you, the hashtag Trendies, on all forms, social media, especially Twitter, Trendy as Dabbers. Go there and retweet everything I put up. Leave a comment. Thank you so much. This is the Ox Project from Orlando, Florida. I'm a trendy, you're a trendy, he's a trendy, she's a trendy. Wouldn't you like to be a trendy too? Jennifer, what's a trendy? I started a movement 10 years ago called Trendy as Dabbers. And it was because I was into cannabis and stuff, and I was on a chat room with some friends that were around the world, you know, we were all smoking together. And this guy came in there to the chat room, and he just, you know, was smoking, hanging out, started talking, had his mic on, and was using racial terminology. And they said you can't use that kind of terminology in our chat room. And he said, I'm black, and if I want to use the N-word, I'm going to fucking use the N-word, and you can't stop me from doing it. And he started doing it again, so they kicked him out of the chat room. He came back in the chat room, because when you kick, it's like a warning. Came back in the chat, started fucking pitching a fit, used the word again, and they blocked him. They banned him out of the chat room, just like on my live stream. And, you know, it wasn't... It wasn't... Hold on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh my goodness. It wasn't, often that people got banned from that chat. It's not like my live stream, where subversive motherfuckers come in here left and right. I'm blocking people every day. We make a big joke about it, call it a block party week, block party weekend, depending on what day it is. I end up blocking a few people. It wasn't like that. It had every once in a while, somebody would go in there and they'd have a problem and someone would get blocked. But this guy went on YouTube, and his name was Landis Rebel. Okay? Now, if you went on YouTube, his channel is probably gone. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go to YouTube right now, and I'm just going to see if I can find it. He put a rant video up. Now, you need to imagine, this is before I was really YouTubing. I mean, I was uploading videos to another channel, and I wasn't really concentrating on cannabis because I was in the state of Florida and I was growing, and I didn't want to attract too much attention to myself. All right, let's see what comes up. Landis Rebel. Yeah, nothing. His channel doesn't come up with a direct. There's Brad Landis, Jackie the Rebel. That's not it. It's close. His channel's gone. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, I wonder what this is. Landis Visuals. Because he was into hallucinogenics. This might be him. Actually, he may have changed the name of the channel. He's got 420 subscribers. Landis Visuals. Landis Visuals. Huh, I wonder if this is I wonder if this is him. Brand new fucking upload from October.
Shout out to all my YouTube fans, my supporters, my followers, my haters. You know we doing good, man. You know you gonna get some hate. But I decided to hop on here today to give y'all an update of what's going on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I ain't posting them in a minute. I'm restructuring the channel. All new content coming soon. We doing more comedy skits. We doing more vlogs. You know, kind of more videos, but that really ain't my focus. Even though I like videos. And I want to say long live my boy Cold Case, another senseless murder down in East St. Louis. That boy was on his way, man. I took him out his glove, man. I'm really disappointed in the hood, man. That's why I stay the fuck away from the hood. You know what I'm saying? To be the first nigga to kill you, man, the niggas you grew up with. But I just want to say long live Cold Case and Marathon continues.
I wonder if he watches the Trendies. I don't think he does. He'd probably say something because he's the one that's responsible for the name of the movement. Dabbing hardcore Spinderp. Thanks, buddy. Slowski, 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 Slowski. I heard Hillary said bad things about Bernie. I know. Doesn't that make you want to support Bernie even more?
You understand what I'm saying? But I want y'all to drop some comments to let me know what y'all would like to see on my channel, man. You know, we're gonna try to make it real diverse. You know, just a lot of different things.
I don't think this is the same guy.
Educational skits. You understand what I'm saying? And just stay in tune. Shout out to all my new followers, man. Like my boy Cold Case got killed, man. My channel, my subscribers just went up. I got like 100 subscribers in, you know, less than a week. I like that. I appreciate that. You know, so I gotta give y'all what y'all came for, man. You know, so drop some comments down below.
Yeah, this is someone else. That's not Landis Rebel. I'm almost positive that's not the same guy. Let's look at this clown guy again. I got into it with his following on Twitter, man. I'm telling you, it was a good thing.
Stephen Jaffe was running. Was running against. And he's a fine fellow, working person's lawyer.
You guys look at this guy. Look at this guy with this little man bun. Hold on a second. His man bun and his clear framed glasses. I just don't know what is up with that. But I have to do this. I have to. And the lime green shirt. But we've got to include the man bun. We must include the man bun. This guy wants your vote. He wants your vote. Now, he looks like that, but he makes a lot of sense. So please just forgive the fact that he has a man bun and clear framed glasses. Just forgive that. And just listen to him. Just ignore the way he looks. Just ignore it. Just ignore the looks. It's bottom of the hour. Bottom of the hour. Bottom of the hour. Yes, it is. Bottom of the hour. Bottom of the hour. Bottom of the hour. Bottom of the hour, and it's time for a dab. Bottom of the hour, and it's time for a dab. We're gonna do a dab right now. Now. He's lighting up the torch. He's lighting up. Yeah, dude, you're lighting up your... Look, now he's lighting up his torch, everyone. Dude. Yeah, dude, continue. Dude, what kind of tips? Lighting up a torch. Lighting up a torch. Trini Nay is lighting up a torch. And he's going to do it right now. Now. Doing lots of dabs with the trendies. Trendies, they are your friendies are your friendies. Trendies on Twitter, trendies on the Twitter, trendies on the Twitter, trendies on Twitter, trendies on Twitter, trendies on Twitter, trendies on Twitter. Seriously, guys, no. If I was gonna go run against Nancy Pelosi, I would get rid of this and I would cut my hair. I would. I'd cut my hair. I would, because I want to win. I'd take that shit seriously and I'd want to win. And I wouldn't wear clear rimmed frame glasses and a lime green fucking neon fucking whatever the fuck pastel shirt. I don't know what the fuck he's thinking. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't just for all. Cheers, everybody. I'm going to make fun of this guy every day. I'm going to make him famous. He wants your vote. But listen to him speak. He's actually very intelligent and he's well spoken.
All that stuff. But he got crushed so hard. And then I started to realize that the San Francisco is not what people think it is. It's a bunch of rich people, right, that live in Nancy Pelosi's district. I mean,
it is a lot of rich people. But it's more diverse than that.
It's more of a Hillary place than it is a Bernie place.
Well, not if I'm successful in my work. I'm running precisely to deliver San Francisco for Bernie.
So that's what my question is. So in my view, it's a Hillary. It's more of a corporate Democrat district than it is actually a progressive district. Can you win?
Yeah, no, I have every confidence that we're going to win. In fact, I would say that with every passing day, I grow increasingly convinced that Nancy Pelosi doesn't have a chance of retaining the seat precisely because she is so allied with the Trump administration that she is relying on political theater to convince her constituents that she's actually showing up for work. And I have enough faith in my neighbors. I think we all see through it. As we're canvassing, I'm out on the street, I'm talking to people, we're knocking on doors. At least half the people we talk to, when we say we're running against Pelosi, they're like jumping out of their shoes. And I'm like, thank God, finally, we've been waiting.
Do they jump out of their shoes when they see that man bun coming, though? No, the guys, I would totally, this guy's in San Francisco, I totally support him. I understand the whole San Francisco thing. It's fucking, it's a different world, San Francisco. Whatever. He wants to represent in Congress. He wants to unseat Nancy Pelosi. I mean,
the whole city's been over her. You could think of Nancy Pelosi as a politician funded by corporate interests that are not based in San Francisco, who for the last 20 years has co-opted the voice of the country's most progressive city. Her leading contributors include pharmaceutical companies, health insurance companies, fossil fuel extraction companies, weapons manufacturers. None of them are based here. San Francisco might be a wealthy community, but we're still a home of the peace and justice movement. We're dedicated to climate justice. We're a sanctuary city. We're a welcoming city to people of all kinds, including people however they express their gender and orientation. You know, as a cis hetero Muslim lawyer from the Midwest, I was fighting in the courts for marriage equality.
He just fucking said cis hetero. God, stop it! Fucking stop it! The man just said cis hetero. I know you're from San Francisco, bro. You don't have to identify, okay? You don't need to fucking identify. You know? There's not a bouncer at the bathroom door. All right? Jesus, fuck!
San Francisco might be a wealthy community, but we're dedicated to crime. We're a welcoming city to people of all kinds, including people however they express their gender and orientation. You know, as a cis hetero Muslim lawyer from the Midwest, I was fighting in the courts for marriage equality 10 years before Nancy Pelosi, with all the institutional privileges
Jimmy's
of
like,
the House, deigned to show up for the
look at Jimmy. He's like,
and when she did finally show up, it was on the eve of a decision by a
holding his mouth shut.
that took it off the table. So she never, frankly, showed up at all.
He's telling himself, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't make a comment. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut. Just let the man talk.
And to zoom out from San
Oh,
Francisco,
thank you, Kathy. You look out for me. I appreciate you so. Yes, Kathy. I appreciate you so, Kathy.
Who say, I can't touch you because you're running against the party leader. And that, to me, demonstrates a crisis, another dimension of the crisis in democracy, when the so-called Democratic Party is so anti-democratic that people can't even contemplate making their own choices because they have to demonstrate fealty to the leader. And that's a dimension of the problem that I also am aghast by, and I'll make it even sharper than this. The Pelosi's plan for this seat, because Nancy Pelosi is in her 80s, they want to hand it off to her daughter. And if there's anything that pisses me off more than the corporate co-optation of the nation's most progressive city, it is nepotism. My family did not move halfway around the world so I could watch offices effectively be inherited by an aristocracy. And I'm not willing to let that go down. I mean, I'm here, again, as a voice of the Constitution and a defender of the future. And the city is with me.
And I gotta say, nothing against the guy's earplugs. I know those are just earplugs, but it's kind of a silly choice given the rest of his appearance. It almost looks like earrings. You know, he's got these little white things dangling down. It's just kind of funny. He's a cis hetero. I'm a cis hetero. I live in San Francisco. It's a different world. You guys wouldn't understand. I'm cis hetero. Okay? That's what I am. I'm cis hetero. Okay? I'm cis hetero. Just like Trendy Nay. You know I'm just cis hetero. Living up here in San Francisco. Just doing my thing. Wearing my man bun and my lime green shirt and my crystal clear framed glasses and my little white earplugs, and they're so cute. Look at my little white earplugs. Look at them. They're so cute. Are you going to take me seriously now? Are you going to take me? You are if you're from San Francisco. I'm a cis male, cis hetero from San Francisco. A cis hetero from San Francisco. A cis hetero from San Francisco. A cis hetero from San Francisco. I wonder if that's where they got the name cis from.
They already represent San Francisco. It's just a matter of time before we make it inescapably clear that Nancy Pelosi lost her mandate by aligning her.
Jimmy made a joke about that the other day. He's like, you know, the first time I heard that, I thought a sissy. What are you calling me, a sissy? A cis hetero? What the fuck is that, sissy? And you know what's funny about that? I thought the same thing. I was like, is that like a queer? Is that like the LGBTQ thing? Is the cis like a sissy? Are you adding that now? It's gonna be Q cis now? We don't want to be excluded. We're the cis crowd. We don't want to be excluded. We are the cis crowd. We're the cis crowd.
Which is why I drag my feet up having you on the show.
We are the cis.
Disappointed. I just think that
I have a
district is so wealthy.
I have a pom pom on my head. Take me seriously.
So I hope you can do it.
I have a pom pom and crystal clear glasses.
Now, are you afraid that? So now in California, we have a weird system that the rest of the country doesn't have.
System.
The top two, jungle primary. Most people think of primary elections as each separate party having their own separate election, and then the winners going to fight each other in the general. And here in California, because so much of the state is effectively a one-party region, we decided that all of the parties and all of the candidates will run against each other in the primary.
I'm going to move to San Francisco.
Whichever party they come from will go.
Just so I can vote for this guy. Who gives a fuck what he is? I'm saying, right, Kepper? Who gives a fuck? He's going up against Nancy Pelosi. He's got my vote. He's fucking got my vote against the $100 million woman. You know, you remember when the $6 million man was a big deal? Wow, $6 million. $6 million it cost to put that man together. Nancy Pelosi could have 10 $6 million mans and then have money left over for a few extra bionic womans. Think about that shit.
Go to the general election. So if I'm successful in March, and frankly, I'm very confident about our position to take the second place in the March primary. When I'm on the general election ballot against Pelosi in November, it will be the first time in this seat that there has been an intra-democratic general primary challenge. And the idea of having an intra-democratic party challenge in the general election means that somebody like me, coming from the left against Pelosi, I don't have to beat her in the primary. I can take second, and then I'll have the opportunity to face her alone in November. It creates a remarkable opportunity for people like me in this race. In the past, one of the challenges of the jungle primary is when a lot of people feel opportunity in the jungle
man bun.
It can be difficult to accept.
It's like some wild animal was up in a tree and he was outside coming into to get the interview or whatever, and it literally like took a poop right on his head. And that's how I see this poop that's sitting on his, like some animal came and pooped on his head. It's like, there's a poop on your head, bro. It looks like an animal pooped on your head. That looks like an animal poop. And I can prove it. I'm going to get Rogan to poop on his head, and it's going to look just like that. I picked up Rogan poop today with a shovel. It took me like 15, 20 minutes. Half of the poops looked just like his pom-pom.
Establish enough momentum to consolidate enough support to hit second. And when I ran
It's
last
like a
year,
pile
in
of poop.
2018, I did lead the progressive field, and frankly, I did so by a mile. I wasn't able to consolidate enough support to get second place. I was edged by a Republican by 1,000 votes.
You know what he reminds me of?
In that race.
He reminds me of a little baby. I want my. Can I have my? And there's like this ball, this little baby ball on the head. I don't know why. It's little baby people put their little baby's hair up in a little ball. That's for some reason that's what I'm imagining right now. A little baby, a wee baby. Get in my belly.
Race for 3 months, and I got no media attention. And we got 17,500 votes because we ran in the strongest campaign for the seat that San Francisco's ever seen. This race, we've drawn support from 10 times as many people. We've raised about 8 times as much money. We still have 10 months left. We have literally thousands of volunteers who signed up on our campaign. We have hundreds who are actively mobilizing at any given point. And these are among the reasons why I think Pelosi doesn't have a chance. I appreciate the point about, I do know what to do with a microphone, but it's not on the basis of my skill that I think we're going to flip the seat. The reasons we're going to flip the seat is just we're getting so much support. A. B. Pelosi is veering so far to the right constantly, and every time she does it, she pushes supporters into our arms. C. Trump is doing such terrible things to the republic that everyone is growing alarmed, and people who never paid attention to politics before are growing woke. And as they examine the facts, and they examine the issues, and they examine the history, they're discovering that Nancy Pelosi is no friend of theirs. And you're totally right, just to press on a question that I hear you. If this was still 1990 San Francisco and I had the chance to run as who I am now with that electorate, we win this race blindfolded with my hands behind my back. But even though the city's very different now, and there has been vicious gentrification here, and the housing costs are through the roof, and it's a much wider city than it used to be, and it is a much wealthier city, and also a much poorer city.
I've got nothing to debate him on. I agree with him on everything. I support him. I think everybody should support this guy. I just think if he wants to win, he should consider taking his appearance more seriously. Thousands and thousands of people have already seen this. 30,000 people have already seen this. And he has a goddamn poopy on top of his head. He's got a little poopy on top of his head. That's what it looks like. It's distracting. It's distracting. The fucking crystal glasses with the little horn rims. Really, bro? You're not gay? Really, bro? You're not gay? I guess living in San Francisco among the gays, you must have lost touch with your masculinity, bro. Look at your fucking glasses, bro. I mean, Elton John, maybe? You know, you look like you're getting ready to go play saxophone for fucking the Village People. And you're gonna blow that sax. Oh, you're gonna blow that sax, baby. You're gonna blow it, baby. You look like the sax player from the Village People.
Our homelessness problem has gotten much more visibly acute. San Francisco, among the newcomers to San Francisco, are either people who are grappling with the empire from underneath the boot. For instance, all of my neighbors who are unhoused and people who are struggling with the cost of housing and everything else, healthcare in this city. And it includes a lot of people, and I think this is what you're pressing on, upwardly mobile, often very white, and predominantly technologists who have come into the city. Those people, we can get them. They will vote for us for a couple different reasons. One, they're empiricists. They know that climate chaos is coming for them, and they know that no amount of money is going to insulate them from it. And they recognize that the corporate
Yo, Def XL, what's up?
Country and our species off a climate cliff. And those technologists are not willing to be lemmings.
Ah,
now, a lot of them.
Most honorable samurai-san, I come from far with these dabs and my samurai hair to slice through Nancy Pelosi in the political genre. We will get high together and talk about samurai. This is a good one, samurai. Yeah, he looks like a fucking samurai. I love you, trendy, and saxophones. Coco Miller, what's up?
We're atomized and not necessarily engaged.
All
And
right.
so my project, our work, over the next 10 months is to reach, engage, and involve those people. And it's because of my faith in my neighbors, frankly, and my very profound belief in the wisdom of this city that I am so confident that I'll be representing it in a year.
So because we have this jungle primary, it doesn't really matter what party you're in when you run. So why?
That's right.
So I mean, you're not. You share no values with the Democratic Party as it is today. So why not take this unique opportunity to run outside the party?
Because I want to take the party over. I mean, beyond liberating one seat, if we knock out Pelosi, the value proposition here ultimately is to send a signal across the country that no Democrat who is a centrist is safe in any urban area. Ocasio-Cortez started that in the last cycle. I think if we, and she knocked out the number 3 Democrat in the corporate cabal.
I totally agree with this guy.
That sends. I mean, I'm playing for marbles much bigger than one congressional seat. And if I ran for some other party, it would just be for the seat that I would be contending. But I'm contending much more than the seat. I mean, we are here to remove the corporate co-optation of the Democratic Party. I often say that my candidacy proposes to end the bipartisan consensus on corporate rule. In that respect, I feel a great deal of alignment, inspiration with the next president. Bernie Sanders has been pounding this drum for 50 years. And I've been doing it for 20. I don't have his longevity, but I do have the same depth of commitment and the same demonstration of commitment to putting people before profit and communities before corporations my entire career. And I've done that as a direct action activist. I've done it as an impact litigator. I've done it as a policy advocate, as an artist. And I've done it as a national nonprofit leader, and now I'm doing it as a congressional candidate. And I hope to take that same voice into Congress. And I think that we have an opportunity here, bigger than a seat, bigger even, frankly, than just...
It's backwards because I flip it backwards. I'm not using OBS. I'm using XSplit, and I can flip it backwards. I can flip it forwards. I can flip it up and down. I can flip it all around. I can flip it on the side. I can flip it up on cyanide. I can flip it on the suicide. I can do what I want. I can flip it and flip it and flip it around. I can flip it this way or flip it that way. I can rotate it and spin it or shove it and flip it. I can do whatever I want to it. Son of a bitch it. It's what I gotta do when I'm playing on, I can even do this shit. What? What's they doing there? Whoa. That's beauty, eh? Beauty, eh? Oh, what? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, upside down all the way. Ah, that's too far. Oh, what's the X factor, Z factor? We do what we want. We do what we want. What, can I play it like that? You betcha. You betcha.
I think at the end of the day, what we were talking about here is will our species have a future or not? And I think that the climate crisis and the need to secure a consensus on the Green New Deal.
I flip it backwards so I don't get copyright strikes on YouTube for playing copyrighted content. Because I like to do it at length. You know, you're only supposed to allow 30 seconds or less of a video clip or some shit like that. But I want to play it for a while because I want to hear what they have to say. And so I speed it up and I flip it over backwards and I flip it around. Hey!
Deal and the need to secure a consensus on dismantling the Pentagon to ensure climate justice. There's an interesting intersection there we can unpack. Those are imperatives to this.
Dizzy Weezy, you have a man bun. Yeah, I have a man bun too. It's right here. It's right here on top of my head. Right? Listen. Look. It's a fucking pom-pom. Okay? Look. It's a pom-pom. And let me tell you something about that. Okay? Dizzy Weezy and I are not running to fucking unseat Nancy Pelosi. And if I was, I'd cut my hair and I'd shave my beard, I'd shave my mustache, and I'd start wearing suits and ties, and I'd start looking like a fucking politician because I would want people to take me seriously. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm trying to help this guy. You know, you're Dizzy. All you're thinking about is yourself. Unfortunately, you're not thinking about the mass amount of other people who are going to judge this guy by how he looks. And he needs to start taking his appearance seriously.
The same degree as making sure that we, the people, aren't being fleeced by our criminal leaders. These are all imperatives. And I'm, the reason I'm running as a Democrat is because I hope at the end of this process, not only to be representing San Francisco and Washington, D.C., but also that the Democratic Party might be able to live up to its name.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But so even if you guys, so let's say this happens. Let's play it out. Bernie Sanders wins the nomination. He overcomes the cheating.
Which you can expect.
Right, and he
Snip.
put out the media smears.
Fucking
and the thing,
snip.
and
Just
he
snip
somehow
that
becomes
man bun
president.
off.
Well,
Who's good to go?
I mean, the Democrats are more conservative than they are progressive, right, in Congress. And so they'll just align with the right wing to oppose your agenda. So why not just start a new party anyway? I mean, it's just...
Well, think about AOC and Ro Khanna and Pramila Jayapal and Bernie, right? They're all running as Democrats because we share an agenda of creating a different pole. And I totally think you're onto something here about recognizing that the Democrats are in the way of justice and they're not showing up for the values that they claim to stand for. I think the solution to that, we could either, and we tried this with the Green Party, to build an alternative party. I was a registered Green for more than a decade. And faced with the option of confronting the corporate resources of the Democratic Party with a grassroots alternative versus just running within the party to take the reins, you might describe the strategy that we were pursuing as much more audacious and bold. You know, I'm not trying to build a new carriage to beat the one on the field. I'm trying to wrestle the person with the reins out of the seat to take it over. And I think that there's a huge opportunity there because many Democrats, and I'm not talking about the electeds, I mean the rank and file, the base. I think many Democrats want to see bolder representation. They want to see more vision. There's a reason that Bernie leading the Democratic field is because America's been waiting for voices to say that healthcare, housing, and food should be human rights. We shouldn't be forcing people to compete for basic necessities. It is brutal. It is barbaric.
Thank you, Zena.
Maybe that's too mean to barbarian.
Thank you, Zena. 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 I really appreciate you noticing that. I agree. I mean, I usually wear a black shirt because I think it's more serious. When I'm wearing a shirt like that, I'm usually at a funeral. So I'll usually have a black shirt and then a jacket on, like a gray jacket or something. The green is outlandish. He looks like a leprechaun. He looks like a leprechaun, eh? He's got himself a pot of gold. That's not right. I don't sound like I'm Irish. He got himself a pot of gold. He's got green diamonds, blue. No, green clovers, blue diamonds. You know, this shit's some Aladdin shit. That is some Aladdin, some weird fucking Aladdin, crazy Aladdin shit.
I think barbarians were more civilized. They at least took care of their own communities. We kick each other into the street if we get sick. Think about how insane that is. And Americans are over it. They're over this paradigm that has been so vicious to human rights. It's been so vicious to working families that it's kicking the future off a cliff. I think many Americans share our interests, yours and mine, in seeing a broad refashioning of our political landscape. And only by contending for the reins of the Democratic Party do we have a chance, I think, to meet the needs of the future on the time scale that we need it. If we're going to build an alternative party, that's going to take a generation. And according to the climate scientists, we don't have that
Eli,
kind of
what's up?
You know,
Book of Eli.
It's throw down or get out. And I kind of feel like with Nancy Pelosi, she's either going to show up for the interests of her constituency in our city, or our campaign is going to show her the door.
So how much does it hurt you? How much of a gut punch is it to see people like AOC and the people in the squad go to Congress to fight the power and then end up having to vote for Nancy Pelosi as their goddamn leader anyway? After, by the way, after she moved to the right. She didn't move to the left to get AOC's vote. She moved to the right to get the conservatives, and the liberals just went along with. I mean, the progressives went along anyway because that's the progressives. They're not fighters. And you say you want to be an assertive.
Thanks, Kathy.
So
can you talk more about that? That your idea of being assertive?
Yeah, and just to press on the point at which Pelosi was chosen by the caucus to lead it, you might remember this would have been the beginning of, I guess, November 2018. 2019. 2018. I'm scrambling my years. So in November 2018, there was a debate. Barbara Lee at one point was going to run for the speaker.
Right.
And she ended up just barely losing the race for the Democratic Policy Caucus.
Yo, Joshua.
It's almost a sleep that Crowley got knocked out of in terms of the party leadership. By removing figures like Pelosi and people like me going into Congress, we can shift the balance of those votes. Exactly.
That hemp shirt is hand wash. It says hand wash or dry clean only. Hand wash cold or dry clean only. When it says hand wash, does it mean you could put the whole thing in a sink and wash it in cold water in a sink, like get the whole thing like wet and then just hang it up? That hemp, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I haven't really worn that shirt many times. I don't think I've ever washed it.
Exactly those votes. I mean, the person who
And I've had it for... I've had that fucking shirt for over 10 years. Rogan's having a dream. Oh, I woke him up. You okay, buddy? Were you having a dream? You okay? I heard you barking. You remember it? The cat's tearing him up, man. I gotta get him to stop fighting with the cat, man. The fucking scratch on his ear was bad.
The set of people who I would most be eager to see serve as speaker would include Barbara Lee or Pramila Jayapal, perhaps someone from the squad in a future cycle. I'm eager to support those voices, and with the votes in Congress to make them the speaker, we don't have to have Pelosi's. And just to be honest, to state something that I think is fairly obvious, the strongest way to make sure that Nancy Pelosi is no longer the Speaker of the House is just to make sure that her seat in Congress is occupied by someone else. And to that extent, I offer the national movement an opportunity to unseat a corporate co-opter of our party. And
man, if he unseats Nancy Pelosi, does he immediately become Speaker of the House? It can't be like that, right? It doesn't work like that, right? Get some woolite and wash in sink in cold water. Huh. Okay, yeah, in a sink. Okay, ladies, I will do that. I'll get some woolite. I remember my mom used to do that. She used to use woolite in a sink. He probably has more sense than she does. Yeah. Listen, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the hour. I will see you on the next live stream. That will be tonight, probably. Okay? So, make sure you guys go subscribe to Jimmy Dore on YouTube. You know, subscribe to John Iadarola on YouTube. Subscribe to Status Coup, C-O-U-P, on YouTube. Subscribe to David Pakman. Subscribe to Ed Bassmaster. I think he broadcasts from a BlackBerry. Nobody uses those anymore, pal. Unreal. Subscribe to Get Your News On with Ron Placone on YouTube. And of course, subscribe to my channel, Trendy As Dabbers. Subscribe to Tim Black too. Alright, guys. No law regarding cannabis. Oh, Lee Camp redacted tonight's good. Sam Cedar's good. Michael Brooks is good. He's good. They're very good. You guys take care. Thank you so much. TrendyAsDabbers.com is the website, guys, where you can find so much, all the pain oil information, everything at my website, TrendyAsDabbers.com. Bye, guys. It's top of the hour. Do a bong rip with Kepper. Yes, Kepper. You know, you made a comment before, and I forgot to say something. Kepper said, I wonder how much cannabis is smoked during a Trendy As Dabbers show. And I was thinking about it. I didn't say anything about it back when he said it for whatever reason, but now I'm thinking about it. Like, I bet a lot of cannabis gets smoked during a Trendy As Dabbers show. Every show I do. I sit here, I'm smoking a lot, and then there's people out there that are just smoking down watching the show. If you smoke a lot, let me know while you watch the show. If you smoke along, if you smoke a lot. Hashtag I smoke a lot. Unreal. Can't give a rat's ass. Unreal. What is this, a Blackberry? Unreal.
Hashtag Trendy Pain Oil. Search it out, seek it out, improve your life.
What did you do? $1 billion to climate change. Yeah, but he's such a bad guy. There you go. Okay, Google. George Soros' net worth.
The net worth of George Soros is $8,300,000,000.
Dude, he's only got 8 million and he's giving up, 8 billion and he's giving up 1 billion. And think of these guys like Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. These guys have way more money and they don't give a fuck. So everybody that's ever put George Soros down, wow. He just gave up $1 billion of his precious wealth towards climate change. Was it for climate change awareness, climate change studies? What was it, man? I mean, how's that money getting? Give me some of that money so I can get my word out there. Give me some of that Soros money, man. So I can get that fucking start clicking on them goddamn. I can't do it anyway. Even if I had the money. I got the money. I can't do it. They got me blocked everywhere. I'm blocked on all social media. I need to just rent some fucking billboards. Put some fucking billboards out on the fucking interstate. I gotta put some billboards out on the goddamn interstate. Why is George Soros so rich? I don't know. Okay, Google. Where does the majority of George Soros's wealth come from?
This came back from a search.
Bitch. He's almost 90 years old. Former hedge fund manager. The 178th richest person on the planet. Hedge funds, bro. Hedge funds, bro. Wonder what Mitt Romney's net worth is. Okay, Google. Mitt Romney net worth.
According to Wikipedia, Romney's considerable net worth, estimated in 2012 at $190 minus $250 million, helped finance his political campaigns prior to 2012.
Yeah, he was a hedge fund manager. That's why he. Mitt Romney, 250 mil. No law regarding cannabis signs that say 2178, hashtag 2178. It'd be bad as fuck, man. You're like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit, yo? Oh. All right, you guys take care.